Hey everybody, it's springtime and the rainy season's here, and you know what that means? It's time for us to get our water barrels put together. The first thing you need is just a normal, ordinary car wash barrel. Just like this one I'm holding in my hands. Next thing you want to do is take these caps. You have two of these caps that you'll find on your barrels. Take the caps off, drill the center hole out of there. You want that one center hole. Now this cap is threaded with a 3/4 inch thread, so that's going to be important for you to remember. Both caps usually aren't threaded, so look for the threaded cap. The next thing you want to do is take a 3/4 inch adapter. It looks just like this. And you're going to take that adapter and you're going to screw it in to your cap. Easy. When you go to your hardware store, you want to make sure that you have a 3/4 inch PVC pipe. These are really cheap, usually $1 or $2 for like 10 foot of length, so you'll have more than enough to do your job. Now what I want to do is I want to take my 3/4 inch pipe and I want to cut it just short enough so I can put this elbow on, and that elbow is going to go something like that. Now the elbow is key if you want a single barrel system. So if you just want 155 gallon of rainwater collected, you're going to need an elbow. If you want a dual system, which is what I like to have running, I want 255 gallons, I'm going to use a T section. And a T section looks like this. Now I've already put my PVC in the ends, so that's what a T section looks like. So that's going to fit right down inside there for me, so I can run an extra 3/4 inch PVC out to connect it to the other barrel. Now that I have that hooked up good and solid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this coupling. This is a coupling that's going to go, it's smooth on one side and it's threaded, 3/4 inch thread on the other side. And I'm going to put that on this end, because that is going to hold my spigot. You can get all this stuff at your local hardware store. The spigot just threads right onto that coupling. Now you can use waterproof taping or whatever you want to try to help stop any leaks. I don't use anything and I don't have any problems with it leaking. It's just such a snug fit. So now remember, the tops of your water barrels are going to end up being the bottoms of your water barrels. So I'm going to turn this completely over so all the water will run out to this end. So the next thing I want to do is make sure, first of all, to connect my second barrel, I'm going to need the elbow, and I'm going to need another adapter, a 3/4 inch adapter, and I'm going to need to cut another short piece of 3/4 inch PVC to fit inside that adapter. Now I've already cut my PVC to fit, so that just slides in there like that. I take my adapter, screw that in the cap, take my elbow and put that on the adapter extension, and everything looks like it fits pretty good, so I'm good to go here. You want to set up your blocks so that you can lift your water barrels up so the piping has a place to run. And we're going to bring our barrels into place. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to be able to get the water, obviously, into the barrel. So I'm going to get a 4-inch vent guard that I picked up at my local hardware store, and I cut a hole in the top, which was the bottom of the soap barrel, and I cut a hole big enough for that to fit in, so that fits right in there. Now I'm going to take this pipe and I'm going to hook it up to my gutter so I can funnel the water directly into the hole. Another thing to consider is the overflow. Last year when I had these hooked up, we had a rainstorm that was so strong that it filled up my primary barrel first, and it was coming in so fast that I didn't have time for the second barrel to catch up with that. So I had to drill an overflow hole so I could connect that to my second barrel. So what you're going to need is one of these adapters. And this is like a standard sump pump adapter for a sump pump hose. And you're going to drill your hole with a hole saw, and you thread that in there. And I'm going to cut a piece of sump pump drain tile, and I'm going to hook that up right in there. I also want to put a hole in my second barrel, and this is more or less a clean out hole. So when I get any junk buildup from the water being stagnant or stale, I can just pop a lid off of there and wash that out with the hose. So you just get a cap that'll fit that. It's a 4-inch cap, and you just put that right on there. Well, we're just about done. Now that we have our emergency overflow to our secondary barrel on, we do need an overflow. Once the barrels get full of water, you want to have the water to have a place to go. So we want to make sure that we add another overflow to your primary barrel. Well, there you have it. That's all there is to it, to setting those rain barrels up. So I hope you guys get to hook some up this summer and get to collect your own rainwater.